5 winds down in North Texas from Choctaw Stadium in Arlington. A hot night to wind down Labor Day weekend. And tonight a good showdown. North Texas SC against Colorado Rapids 2. Great to be here. Matt Peterson with you as we look at the standings in MLS Next Pro. After today, and in the table, the Rapids a firm 6-point cushion over Austin FC. With a game in hand, they can stretch that with a win tonight. And look at North Texas, still in the thick of it, 7 points back of a playoff place with 4 games to go, including tonight's matchup. Now, these teams have played high-scoring affairs in the 2 meetings before tonight. A 4-2 win for Colorado in the first matchup. The second one, a 3-3 draw as these teams get loose for an 8:30 kickoff in North Texas. Now, both teams in a good run of form. Colorado looking to clinch the #1 seed in the Western Conference. North Texas has some work to do. Only 2 games remain after tonight. They have next weekend off. They've had a good run under John Gall, the interim head coach. 15 different goal scorers this season. It's a very formidable front three. Jose Mulazzo, the 20-year-old Colombian down from the first team, has 8 goals this season. Diego Garcia, 3 goals at the right wing position. On the left side, Hope Yevu, the 20-year-old Ghanaian, 4 goals, 2 assists. Antonio Carrera was outstanding last week as North Texas pulled out a very important win, 1-0 at BC Place in British Columbia. And Eric Boucher and Colorado Rapids 2, the mid-season team of the year in MLS Next Pro. A very formidable group. Remy Cabral, Darren Yappi, the homegrown player, and Yosuke Hanya, the front three, a very formidable group. Laraz, Walty, and Amadou in the middle. And a debut in goal, Lars Hellerin, coming off a very good USL League 2 season with Ballard FC. They won the title in the summer, signed August 18th. A very deep goalkeeper position for Colorado Rapids. He gets the start tonight after 5 years at Seattle Pacific University. Now 5 first-team players in the starting 11 for Colorado Rapids tonight. J.C. Griggs, our head referee. And these teams raring to go. Had a good chat with both coaches this week. Eric Boucher in Colorado trying to finish the season strong. John Gall, 15 different goal scorers for his team. He's so proud of the spirit they've had, the fight that they've been able to rediscover since he has been appointed as interim head coach. He says, FC Dallas, we like to keep the ball. We like to dominate the ball, but we have to find that fighting spirit when the ball turns over. And they've done that as of late with results in each of their last 3 games, 2 draws and the win at BC Place to keep their playoff hopes alive. If they want to make one last stand, they need to win tonight. 7 points back of the playoff places with 3 games to go. And trying to turn things around after a midseason swoon really hurt their chances. North Texas is in black. Colorado Rapids is in white. And again, expect the goals when these 2 teams meet. They've combined for 12 goals in the 2 prior meetings. Here we go from North Texas, a late Sunday night kickoff as part of Labor Day weekend. As Colorado tries to wrap up the #1 seed in the West, and North Texas looks to make a strong finish to the season and keep their playoff hopes alive. A 2-0 loss at Portland last week for Colorado after a 4-0 home win the week prior against LAFC. Early on possession. Carl Sainty, the 21-year-old Haitian. I had a chat with John Gall, the interim head coach of North Texas, about the season at large. He said early on in the season, we were lighter with personnel. We're now deeper than we were at the start of the season. Guys early on were called into first team duties more often. And he said the last 6 weeks I've had the chance to coach the team. We've had a chance to bolster the team. He loves the fight. Professional performance in the 1-0 win at BC Place. Antonio Carrera, 10 saves for the first team goalkeeper to rescue the full 3 points away from home. Coach Gall said we dominated possession. Sometimes you lose it even with the possession advantage. After sitting deep, Vancouver was able to get on the break and counterattack. And a good joke from John Gall for Antonio Carrera. After the game, he walked up to him and said, 10 saves, that's your job. And of course, he told him, excellent game, I'm just kidding. But now they're back home and trying to make it 2 straight wins and try and take down the #1 team in the West. Colorado has been awesome this season in every facet. Scoring goals, defending goals. A big turnaround. Last year's team won just 7 games and just missed the playoffs. This team is in the driver's seat for the #1 seed in the West. Carrera out to Carl Sainty, previously with New Mexico United. Mulatto lost it, and then he commits a foul free kick to Colorado. For John Gall, interim head coach in North Texas, he says the pillars of this team is work rate. Without hard work, the good things don't happen. It has to be a pillar for North Texas and the FC Dallas organization. Early on this year, he said we weren't making it difficult enough for the opponents. Lars Elleren, the first touch for him. Really nice season in League 2 with Ballard FC. They won the title this year. Yeah, nice for him. He signed a deal with Colorado Rapids 2 just a couple weeks ago. August 18th, he makes his debut tonight. He also had a training stint with the club earlier in the year. And Brian Crookham, the Rapids 2 general manager, said he demonstrated both on and off the field his quality. Both teams easing into this game, trying to pro back and forth. And North Texas in possession here with Herbert and Daly. Carrera off his line from Pachuca, Mexico. Lars Elleren, 24 years of age, spent 5 seasons at Seattle Pacific University. He grew up in Edmonds, Washington. Back to Elleren. Last 2 summers with Ballard FC, the Washington-based club. They won their first ever USL League 2 title August 6th, beating Lions Bridge FC 2-1. Michael Edwards, soft back pass. It's nearly there for North Texas. Elleren off his line, and a foul committed right on the edge of the box. Big decision here for the referee. Goalkeeper was off his line. The attacking player came through. We'll see what the decision is. Could be a penalty here for North Texas, as Tomas Pondeka came through. Watch this soft back pass. Absolute nightmare there for Colorado. And you see the contact take place right inside the penalty area. A real mistake that time by Michael Edwards on his soft back pass, and a penalty has been given. Not the start Colorado wanted with its new goalkeeper. His first fully professional game, and a first-team player And Michael Edwards played the softball back to him, and he had to make a play. Hope Avayevu, the 20-year-old Ghanaian in his third season with North Texas, goes to the spot. 4 goals on the season. And Lars Hellerent, just 6 minutes into his pro debut, now has to face a penalty. Hope Avayevu. Has converted the penalty. A good start for North Texas in front. Inside 7 minutes, pressing high on a soft back pass. And the Ghanaian with his 5th goal of the season, and a team celebration for the cameras in the corner. One more look at the back pass that led to the penalty. Michael Edwards trying to play his goalkeeper. Good pressure by North Texas to draw the goalkeeper out. And the penalty taken by Avayevu. Smooth as you like from the Ghanaian. 3 years ago, performed well at the Dr. Pepper Dallas Cup in 2019 with Betcham United FC. North Texas jumps in front. Again, these typically are high-scoring affairs. 4-2. Colorado won the first meeting at the end of April in Denver. And the last time they met, 3-3 tie. Colorado won the shootout 4-2 just a few weeks later. They have not met since May 25th. And North Texas, by a bit of industrious effort, just what Coach John Gall wants. Hard to play against. Work ethic, trying to win the ball back in the good places. They did just that, capitalizing on a soft back pass. Carrera. Now to midfield. Good one here. Nice back heel. The flag is down. Now it's up. No goal for Larraz. Beautiful work there from Remy Cabral for Oliver Larraz. But he was just a hair offside. 8 goals on the season for Larraz. This would have been a good chance. Watch the positioning of Larraz. And that's a good decision from the referee. Good step there from North Texas around that 20-yard line. They're at Choctaw Stadium. Bit of a scrum on that far sideline. Colorado comes away with it. Here's Remy Cabral, back for Larraz. Larraz dances through 4 players. It's still Larraz. Working with Jackson Travis. Larraz cross field. Targeting out Yosuke Hanya. And it's a Colorado throw-in. All the way back to Hellerent. Training stint with Colorado earlier this season. A championship with Ballard FC. And a college career at Seattle Pacific University. 5 seasons there. 7 wins last year for Colorado, just shy of the playoffs. 15 wins this year, 54 points. And a gorgeous goal difference, 59 goals scored, 32 goals against for the Colorado Rapids. Dropped just their 4th game of the season last week in Portland against Timbers 2. A 2-0 score line. Yappy does not earn a corner. He cannot believe the call. He thought for sure it's a goal kick, or a corner kick, I should say. Instead, a goal kick is given by J.C. Griggs, the referee. Only 2 road defeats all season for Colorado Rapids. One last week at Portland, before that at Sporting Kansas City in July. North Texas with a slow build here. Up a goal after the penalty from Hope Avayevu. Good sliding challenge there from Blake Malone. He's back in the team. Scored a headed goal 2 weeks ago against LAFC. It's his 16th start of the season, his 23rd appearance. Long diagonal. Avayevu knocks it down. Dispossessed now by Sebastian Anderson. Anderson's on a first-team contract, one of 5 first-team players in the starting lineup tonight for Colorado. There's the work rate tracking back that Coach John Gall wants. Moment of transition. That's Andre Costa, the Brazilian, sprinting back to win it. Pair of Brazilians in the back. Andre Costa and Henry Santos. Now a good spot. This turnover for Colorado. It's a 4 versus 3 break. Wide left for Yapi. Yapi couldn't get his footing right. Goes over the end line. Yapi, the homegrown player, initially joined the Rapids Academy 2016. July of 2020, moved to the Colorado Springs Switchbacks on loan from the Rapids Academy, and then signed as a Rapids homegrown March of 21. 3rd start this year for Colorado Rapids too. Yapi's been productive, 2 goals and an assist in his first 2 appearances. And a free kick is won. Good passing as Colorado builds from the back. Long first touch from Sebastian Anderson. Michael Edwards. Back to Lars Ellerin. Good settling touch here from Remy Cabral. He tries the back heel again for Larraz, but it's well defended by North Texas. Now the home team can break the other way. Nolan Norris, 18-year-old out of Salina, Texas. Hope Avayevu. Carl Sainty. And now it's Henry Santos. Long forward run. This is excellent from Andre Costa. Beautiful soccer here from North Texas SC. Back in the middle. Great save. Down to his left. Lars Hellerin just saved a goal. That was a quality build-up from North Texas all the way from the back, and Andre Costa. It fell to Jose Mulatto, the leading goal scorer. He thought he'd scored. Really good hit from the Colombian, but an impressive save in his pro debut from Lars Hellerin. North Texas in a good vein of form here. They have the opener. They nearly had a second there. Moving the ball with good tempo, good conviction. And now they have another break up this right side. It slipped through. Long touch. It slips top of the box, just wide. Bending effort, ticketed for the far post. Another warning shot from North Texas here in this first half. Watch this. Sometimes you make your own luck. It takes a good hop for North Texas. And a bending hit just wide. Short goal kick played. Michael Edwards playing with Sebastian Anderson. First team players combining on this right side. The diagonal ball not far enough, but second ball is well won by Jackson Travis, another first team player, and he's lost it. Carrera, always composed with the ball at his feet, plays it into some pressure and dumped into the corner by Nolan Norris. Henry Santos with a long switch. It's a Rapids throw-in. This portion of the match is brought to you by Advocare Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink. One nothing North Texas. 7th minute penalty. 5th goal this season for Hope Avayevu. Rapids just don't seem to have their typical speed in the build phase. A lot of balls across the back. Now they get it into their midfields. When they're at their best, the ball is simply flying around. They commit numbers. They overlap. A lot of good movement. Early minutes in this one, but they seem just a little bit off their normal pace. Here's Jackson Walty, his second start. Ali Laraz. Good spin there from Amadou. And it cycled wide. Back to Dauda Amadou, the Cameroonian. Michael Edwards. FC Dallas. And it's second team North Texas. Good partnership with a lot of continuity between the clubs. Nice slip pass here, top of the box is Remy Cabral. Cabral tries the self pass. He ran into the defender and went down. No penalty given. That seemed to be the right call. Good pace up this right side. Hope Avayevu, the goal scorer. Andre Costa slows it down to a walking pace. Avayevu. Good challenge at the right time. Excellent win. It's on for Hanya. But Yosuke Hanya has tied it up. What a moment. A new contract and another goal for the all-time goal scorer for Colorado Rapids 2. Yosuke Hanya won the ball at midfield and took it the rest of the way on his own. 13 on the season for Yosuke Hanya. Just what Colorado needed. Just dancing through the defenders. Very soft there from North Texas. And Hanya now the leading scorer with 13, one ahead of Remy Cabral. Everything that's gone right for Colorado this season on display on that goal. Work rate defensively and a moment of magic from a difference maker. Now the club announced a new contract extension for Yosuke Hanya, beginning the visa process. Could help him join the first team at a later date. A great moment there. 13 on the year for Hanya. North Texas right back the other way. Remember, the first two meetings between these sides both ended with 6 total goals. We have 2 inside the first 21 minutes. Avayevu. Cross from Costa is blocked. Norris all the way back to the big Brazilian center back, Henry Santos. Met Korcha, the 21-year-old from Arlington, Texas, on the ball here. Free kick to North Texas. Hanya's so consistent. If you look at his goal scored record game by game this season, very rarely goes multiple games without a goal. Went 10 games without a goal from or a span of 10 goals for Colorado, I should say, with 10 goals scored in between. But just game in, game out, his name pops up. A very consistent season, 2nd year in a row. Ryosuke Hanya. Ali Laraz commits the foul on Norris. Free kick, North Texas. Avayevu short to the middle. Back to the Ghanaian. Avayevu's delivery to the back post. Well covered by Lars Helleret. Ryosuke Hanya up to 17 career goals with Colorado Rapids too. It's his 42nd career start. He's tied with Ali Laraz most career assists. He's the all-time appearance leader, 45 appearances including tonight. And a new contract signed this week. Remy Cabral earns a free kick. He's had a great year, 12 goals and 16 appearances. This portion of the match is brought to you by UT Southwestern Medical Center, the #1 hospital in Dallas-Fort Worth. A good, entertaining game as we expected tonight between two informed teams, North Texas and Colorado Rapids. An early lead from the penalty spot for North Texas. Hope Avayevu, his 5th goal of the season. Now Colorado looking for a second. Yappi's cross, given a appreciative clap from Remy Cabral. Laraz will go over to take the corner. There's the run. Really good run from Yappi. Really willing run. He chopped it back and was going to find Cabral at the near post, if not for that clearance from Met Korcha. And look at the lineup here from Colorado. 5 in a row. Like a centipede right around the spot for Colorado Rapids. And they leave Cabral on the goalkeeper, Antonio Carrera. Ali Laraz to deliver the corner. He's waiting for the runs. Laraz, a bit of a staring contest. Now he delivers. And it's headed away. And Reese Santos with a good headed clearance. Nice build through midfield for North Texas. All recovered here by Andre Costa. A lot of touches from Hope Avayevu. It was not kept in play. Good effort nonetheless. Andre Costa. Throw in here. In front of Eric Bushu, the head coach. I asked Eric Bushu about the Portland Timbers defeat 2-0 away last weekend. He says, I was disappointed with the result, but in a strange way, I left the game optimistic. We had chances. Many in that first half. He said we created enough chances to win that game. There were some good things in there. The work rate was exceptional. Our players were sprinting the length of the fields. So it wasn't for a lack of effort last week in Portland. He talked about, as a group, being in two minds defensively. Sometimes we want to be an aggressive team, stepping out to press high, get up against their players. Went from a more true defending shape to that pressing shape. Some players thinking they should be defending in team shape. Others thought they should press. And he gave credit to Portland for the times they exposed Colorado. The first goal scored by Portland, it was an own goal. It was a moment of those mixed thoughts. Half the players thinking defensive shape, the other half trying to press higher. Walty pressuring. Norris faces his own goal, and he finds Hope Avayevu. Avayevu is very slippery. Works out of that challenge. Excellent work to find Mulatto. Mulatto in a foot race. Mulatto's in on goal. Mulatto has scored! Individual effort, Jose Mulatto. Off a good build-up, Hope Avayevu. Moment of magic from the Colombian. 9 on the season for Jose Mulatto. Look at this. 1v2. It seemed like a lost cause there for Hope Avayevu, but the Ghanaian just worked out of it and found his man Jose Mulatto. Mulatto spins Blake Malone in alone on the debutant Lars Helleran, and he knew what to do with it. Big finish from the 20-year-old Colombian Jose Mulatto. He matches his goal output from last season, had 9 last year in North Texas's debut season in MLS Next Pro. The former Deportivo Cali youth player finding a home in North Texas. He's a first-team player, getting a lot of opportunity tonight. His 18th start on loan with North Texas, and he's scored 9 more goals, matching last season's output. Coach John Gall, the interim head coach of North Texas, said it's very difficult to be in that position. Some players don't handle it well. He said Jose has handled it so well. willing to learn, willing to listen. He knows he has a lot to learn. John Gall speaking about Jose Milano said his work rate, his desire in training is always switched on. He is always locked into what we are doing. And to get back to the first team, he knows he has to be a standout for North Texas. He's pushing his way back. Here's a direct ball, Remy Cabral. Good goalkeeping as Carrera's off his line, and now clipping it from about 30 yards out and off the mark. Pretty decent thought there, though, from Sebastian Anderson, as the goalkeeper, Antonio Carrera, was about 15 yards off his line. Carrera takes some blame for that. He did well initially to come off his line and head it away, but didn't get the ball far enough away from goal. A driven clearance. See some displeasure from John Gall in the North Texas technical area. It's thrown in here to Larraz. He tries to spin against two, and it's a goal kick. And John Gall speaking about Jose Milano, the first team player spending all season with North Texas. He said some players see it as an emotion. Jose Milano sees it as an opportunity. 2-1 North Texas. We're halfway to the 6-goal mark, where these teams have reached twice this season. A 4-2 Colorado win the first meeting, a 3-3 draw in the second encounter. Neither coach had a real reason for it. So both teams try and play, try and be aggressive, commit numbers. Anya does really well there to keep that in play. That's beautiful footwork from Hanya, the goal scorer. But the outlet pass for Walty is just too long. This portion of the match is brought to you by Children's Health, the official healthcare partner of FC Dallas and North Texas SC. (2-1) North Texas. Hope Avievu from the penalty spot, and then Jose Milano with his 9th of the season off a quality build-up from Hope Avievu. In between, a goal. There's a shot from Cabral right at Carrera. Rapids goal from Yosuke Hanya. John Gall told me Hope Avievu is another one he's incredibly pleased with. The big key for Hope Avievu, according to John Gall and the North Texas coaching staff, is understanding both sides of the ball, not just the attacking side where he's a natural. John Gall said the last few games, I'm very happy with his transitional moments. We made a few interceptions inside our defensive area. He's doing exactly what we're telling him to do. Ali Larraz peeks inside for support. The switch is on here. Hard challenge, free kick here, Colorado. Hip-to-hip challenge from Tomas Pandeka. Here he comes in his defensive midfield position. Referee had a good view of it. Dangerous set piece coming here for Colorado. Just outside the penalty area, just left of center. Ali Larraz, one option, or Sebastian Anderson. Larraz, 8 goals, 8 assists this season. It is Ali Larraz into the wall. Second chance, he whiffs on it. And the ball spills. It's alive in the box and finally claimed by Antonio Carrera. North Texas keeping its faint playoff hopes alive. They need to finish strong and get a little bit of help. If this score held, North Texas would move to 33 points on the season, 4 points back of Houston Dynamo for the last playoff spot, with Minnesota United in between on 36 points. Sliding challenge with the scissors. Easy decision for the referee. That was Carl Sainty, the Haitian, committing the foul, and Ollie Leraz stands over another. Ollie Leraz for Colorado. Had it clear. Leraz, a square ball, very dangerous in that situation, right into the feet of North Texas. I asked Eric Bushu, head coach of Colorado, about Oliver Leraz. He said his growth has been exponential and exceptional. I've known him since day one, had him with the U17s, U19s, and beyond. Very insightful player. Nice work through midfield. Hope Avayevu. 5 committed forward for North Texas. Pandeka. Tomas Pandeka back to Carl Sainty. A Haitian on the ball here. Andre Costa. North Texas really smart, picking its moments, when to slow the game down, when to push. Right now, a spell of possession, up a goal. Given away here, Remy Cabral is fouled. Yellow card shown. Tomas Pandeka.
A yellow card is been issued to North Texas SC player number 27, Tomas Pandeka, in the 39th minute.
Pandeka in the book. Pandeka is a good story. Played futsal previously with Paris Akase. Grew up in Tucson, Arizona, and he's a player that my coach Gall discussed with me about him learning the defensive concepts. A player that's really good on the ball, but learning how to be a full two-way player. Anderson back. Dauda Amadou overhit it. Coach Gall speaking about Pandeka. Former futsal background. All he wanted to do was score goals. He's now working and defending. He's a more complete player. Key for all players to understand the transitional moments and the structure of the team shape. That was Diego Garcia through traffic for North Texas. And good defending. Tracking back by Sebastian Anderson. Carl Sainty. Over 100 touches per match for the Haitian international Carl Sainty. Our rave reviews from John Gall. Carl Sainty. The ground he covers, ball retention. He said, we talked to him about breaking lines, being more aggressive with his football. Super competitive, a joy to work with. Ondeka. Applying the pressure. Anderson. Jackson Walty. Blake Malone. Nice work. Darren Yappy pushes forward. Has 3 central. Yappy a few step overs. Now with Laraz. Flipped in ball too high for the target, Remy Cabral. Good thought there from Sebastian Anderson. Antonio Carrera. Henry Santos. Coach Gall called Emery Santos a rock at the back. Former U17 World Cup winner with the Brazilian national team. Direct ball there, a jersey tug. Free kick is given. 2 big bodies there. Michael Edwards for Colorado. And the target forward, Jose Mulatto. Second ball won by North Texas and Mulatto. Driven across the face of goal, but nobody there. Slightly overhit by Herbert and Deli. And Deli, 21 years of age, grew up in Indiana, played at Indiana University. Approaching first half stoppage time. Yappy. Dispossessed. Too long on the ball from Yappy. Must get rid of it sooner. A minimum of 2 minutes will be added on at the end of this first half. North Texas leading 2-1. Goals from Hope Avayevu from the spot, and then Jose Mulatto. In between, a goal from Colorado from Yosuke Hanya. Jackson Travis grew up in Mississippi. Another first-team player on loan to Rapids 2 tonight. Big switch for Michael Edwards. Overhit to Laraz. See the frustration building up in some of these Rapids players. Laraz looks very upset. Initially, you had the ball overhit. Now a call going against Colorado. This is the first place team in the West. They have high expectations. And for the second straight week, conceding multiple goals. Last week, a 2-0 defeat at Portland. Tonight, a 2-1 deficit at North Texas. All the way back to Carrera, the goalkeeper. Good pressure there from Colorado has earned them a deep throw and maybe one final chance for the Rapids before halftime. Amadou. Yep, we tried to slip it through the legs, and there's halftime. Really good start, a really professional outing for North Texas. They went to BC Place, got the 1-0 win. They come home, they lead 2-1 at halftime, and you can see the Rapids players trying to keep their emotions under control towards the referees after 45 minutes. Goals from Hope Avayevu from the spot, his 5th of the season, and Jose Mulatto is 9th of the campaign for North Texas. Another goal after signing his new contract this week for the Rapids midfielder Yosuke Hanya, his 13th on the season. At halftime, it's 2-1 North Texas leading Colorado Rapids. The Golden Boot race is heating up. We checked in with our Golden Boot leader entering today, MD Myers, on his journey from youth to academy to college to pro. Samar Perez got a chance to visit with the league's leading goal scorer.
Good ball played towards the middle, and it's in. Matt Myers with the breakthrough for New York City.
What's up? I'm Samara Perez with MLS Next Pro. Welcome to a new player profile feature. Today, we are delighted to be joined by Matthew MD Myers of New York City FC 2. Hey, Matt, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me here.
Matt, you were drafted in the 2023 MLS Super Draft as the 66th overall pick. Take us back to that moment and how you felt when you received the news.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. Coming from Rutgers University too, it's not too far from New York City, so I was excited to stay close to home and play for a great club. So it was an exciting moment, and I couldn't wait to get to work. Speaking
of your college experience, what was that like? Can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, I spent 2.5 years at High Point University, and then spent my last season at Rutgers University. It was great. I really enjoyed my college experience, and I scored a lot of goals, and I had fun doing it, so it was a good experience.
Now, going back to your early soccer memories, at what point did you realize that you had what it takes to make it pro?
Yeah, I mean, ever since I was little, I played with some great players, and one thing I always loved to do, I just love scoring goals. I lived to score goals, so I always had that drive, and I had that a little bit over a lot of the other players. So I always felt that I could be a pro, and it was always my dream, so just a lot of hard work, and I was able to get here.
Matt, what were some of the challenges you faced in your journey to becoming pro?
I played for Philadelphia Union Academy growing up. I played there for 4 years, so I spent my high school years there. I had a great time, but a lot of coaches were telling me I was too small to make it as a striker. I wasn't going to make it, but that only pushed me to work harder. I think during my high school and college years, I tried to work harder than everybody else that was around me, and that got me to the next level. And I ended up growing a little bit, so that helped too. But the combination of those things and just having a never say die attitude and keep grinding is something that pushed me to the next level.
And that's insane because you're not a small guy now, right? You're like 6 feet?
Yeah, I'm like 6'1" now, but in high school, I was probably the smallest kid on the team at Union. And as a striker, it's not always the easiest being the small guy, but I always had that knack for goal, wanted to score goals, so I was never going to move back and play outside back or something. I wanted to be out in all the action, scoring goals, so just had to work a little harder.
Those 17-year-olds getting the start here today as now it's sprung NYC FC 2 forward. Arevalo moves it out wide, shot comes on, and it's a second goal for Matthew Dylan Myers.
So now that you're in the pros, what has your experience been like in MLS Next Pro?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy every single day. It's definitely a more technical league than what I was used to in college, so it took a little bit of time to get used to it, but once I settled in, I've really been enjoying it, and just looking to make the next steps whenever I can.
Speaking of that next step, what are your aspirations as a professional soccer player?
Eventually, I want to be playing in the MLS. I want to be scoring goals for an MLS team, and I mean, I love scoring goals wherever I'm playing. but to be able to do it for an even bigger, on a bigger stage would be amazing.
You have a lot of goals in MLS Next Pro. You're one of the most prolific scorers in the league this year. To what do you attribute your success?
It comes down to my teammates finding me in the right spots. I'm the type of guy I'm more of like a fox in the box type striker. I don't want to be dribbling guys all the time. I want to just find the right areas, and my teammates have helped me dramatically. They've been playing great, and just getting the ball to me, and I just finish it off for them.
To wrap things up, complete the following sentence for us. At the end of the 2023 MLS Next Pro season, MD Myers will be
helping his team to the MLS Next Pro Finals.
Matt, well, thank you so much for chatting with us. Your journey has been a stellar one so far, and we wish you the best of luck in your career.
Thank you so much.
And thank you everyone for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this interview and stick around for more player profile features coming soon.
Well, here are the regular season leading scorers entering the weekend. There's been a bit of movement. Jack Lynn scored twice off the bench today for Orlando City B in a 6-3 loss to Crown Legacy. 45 minutes and 2 goals. So he's up to 17. And MD Myers also scored again. So you have two co-leaders atop the Golden Boot race with just a couple weeks to go. Jack Lynn, Orlando City B on 17. MD Myers on 17. Nick Firmino on 15 goals as well. And Ibrahim Kasule on 15. So you really have 4 players within 2 goals with just a few weeks left in the regular season. It should be a great finish between Lynn and Myers and Firmino and Kasule. Entering match day 25, we had 5 teams into the playoffs, now 6th after Friday with Austin clinching. Michelle and Samara wrap up last weekend in the match day rewind.
Match day 24 closes out our last weekend of games in August, meaning playoffs are right around the corner and teams are in clinch or elimination scenarios weekly. I'm Michelle Montagne, joined alongside Samara Perez, recapping all of the action from match day 24.
We kick things off with the newest guest to the postseason party. Joining the Eastern Conference RSVP list are Red Bulls 2. The New York side secured their golden ticket with an electrifying 5-4 win over Fire 2, thanks in large part to an Ibrahim Kasule brace. He now has 15 goals on the season and is just 1 behind MD Myers for the Golden Boot lead. Following the match, coach Ibrahim Sekagia touched on how the team's commitment early in the season led to this moment.
From the beginning, we talked about how we can put our style of play into the new guys coming in to buy in what we are doing. I think this is where the achievement shows. What we did now to clink for the playoffs, I think is a big achievement for the boys.
Staying in the Eastern Conference, an emotional win for Orlando City B, defeating Crew 2 4-1 without one of the most prominent guys on their team. Fabian Loyola underwent successful surgery this week to remove a blood clot from his arm. Following the match, head coach Martin Perelman put it simply.
Fabian is something so important for us, so important inside the locker room, for the coaching staff, for the teammates, for the fans, for everybody. But we know he's strong. He has all the support of our club. I need to mention as well the amazing job our medical department did. And we are so happy that he did the surgery, was successful, and we are going to support him, and he's with us until the end, and I hope he can return to the field soon.
We all send our best wishes to Fabian. Great to see the team dedicate the win to him. Now this win keeps OCB at 5th in the East, and despite the loss, thanks to help elsewhere, the reigning champs Crew 2 also secured their playoff spot.
Now switching gears to the West, there's a team that's staying alive, as the BG said, for yet another week. That's LA Galaxy 2. Los Dos had a huge shutout win over Dynamo Dos, handing them 4 goals on their own turf. 2 of those 4 came from 18-year-old forward Aaron Bibu. With the decisive win, the Los Angeles side avoided elimination for the third straight week. North Texas SC, Real Monarchs, and FC Cincinnati 2 also avoided elimination in matchday 24.
And while 4 teams have clinched in the Eastern Conference, Rapids 2 remains the only team in the West to have punched their ticket to the postseason. But Tacoma Defiance might just be next. They defeated MNUFC 2 on the road 4-2, thanks in large part to homegrown talent Josh Atencio, who scored Defiance's first goal and assisted their second. Tacoma are now level on points with Austin FC 2 for the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. Both teams will be aiming to clinch their playoff spot next week.
With the playoff picture narrowing down by the week, the competition is getting more intense. Michelle and I will see you back here next week with the latest happenings leading up to the postseason.
A 10-save performance is among the noteworthy items from match day 25 as Michelle has this week's spotlight.
Matchday 24 saw players stand out with their seasons on the line. I'm Michelle Montaigne with your players in the spotlight following a very exciting match day. Starting with your MLS Next rising star, Sporting Kansas City 2's Cello Tachantre. The youngster not only handed his squad a win over one of the best teams in the West, his game winner over Austin FC 2 also prevented Verdos from clinching. Tachantre provided the game winner to give SKC2 their third straight win. Now, it's not often that goalkeepers find themselves in the limelight, but this week's player of the match day more than deserved it. North Texas SC's Antonio Carrera posted a career-high 10 saves to shut out Whitecaps FC2 on their home turf. He had 37 of 43 accurate passes while earning his third clean sheet of the season. By keeping Whitecaps FC2 off the board, he helped keep his squad from postseason elimination. Now, earning the best goal of matchday 24, that would be SKC2's Lucas Rosa. A perfect setup pass from Valentin Noel had Austin FC2 on their back foot as Rosa found a gap and sailed this ball perfectly into the top left-hand corner of the box, right past the reach of keeper Damian Loss. And rounding out the Matchday 24 spotlight honors is the best team of the matchday. That goes to FC Cincinnati 2 with a 2-0 win over New York City FC 2, their first ever win over the New York club. To do it, they had to shut down the Golden Boot race leader, MD Myers, keeping him off the scoreline, with Paul Walters denying the forward his 17th goal of the season during a PK. Now FC Cincinnati 2 has won 2 of their last 3. Congratulations to all of our players in the spotlight for Matchday 24. Can't wait to see what you guys do as the playoff push continues.
A busy schedule across Matchday 25 at MLS Next Pro. New England Revolution staying on the heels of Crown Legacy. They beat Huntsville City 3-0 on Friday. Red Bulls win in Toronto 3-0. A draw between Austin and LAFC ending in a shootout victory for Austin. Real Monarchs over Whitecaps FC. And a win for Atlanta United over FC Cincinnati. One game tomorrow, Tacoma against Timbers 2. And then Thursday, Revolution against Orlando City B before a double header on Friday. We have highlights from this first half. Again, 2 high-scoring games in the prior meetings, both combining for 6 total goals. What would this one have in store? Well, we found out very early on. Might be another goal fest, as this soft back pass put the debutant in a very difficult spot. Lars Heller, in his first professional game, forced to come out and make a challenge. Going to the spot, the Ghanaian Hope Avayevu with his 5th goal of the season, giving hope to North Texas. And then a good push up this left side for North Texas Soccer Club. Beautiful passing, probably their best passing move of the night, but it ends with a gorgeous save from Lars Heller and getting down quickly to deny Jose Milazzo. And this from the top of the box, bending effort off the mark. was from Hondeka. And an individual bit of magic. Yosuke Hanya won it in midfield, coasted in, went right by the center backs for his 13th goal of the season. Take another look. And then this, just a few minutes later, the other way, away from Hanya, Hope Avayevu doing the dirty work defensively, setting up Mulatto, and the Colombian bags his 9th of the season, one better than his 8-goal total from last season. Now both teams getting set to come out for the second half. And Colorado looking for a bit of a fight back. Just 4 losses all season, only 2 losses away from home. The other came in Kansas City in addition to last week's loss in Portland. But the consistency of the Western Conference leaders, they started the season with 4 wins. And 1 change for North Texas and John Gall, the interim head coach. Akar Perlaza has come on for Herbert and Delhi. For the Rapids, that dream start, 4 wins, then a tie, then 3 more wins and another tie. Did not lose till June 18th at home to Tacoma Defiance. Akar Perlaza, 20-year-old from Quidbo, Colombia. Previously played with Atlético Nacional. Here we go in the second half.
We have a substitution for Colorado Rapids to begin the second half of play. Entering the match is number 39, Marlon Vargas. Leaving the match, number 41, Jackson Walton.
And 1 change for Colorado Rapids. Marlon Vargas, a best 11 selection in MLS Next Pro last year, has come on to replace Jackson Walty. Akar Perlaza in for North Texas. Herbert and Delhi comes off. Perlaza, his 19th appearance of the season. No goals, 1 assist. Akar Perlaza, his first touch is off the substitutes bench. Good forward ball. Jose Mulatto trying to turn. Mulatto in a foot race here. Mulatto is in once again. Back to his left foot. Bending effort is saved. Rebound. Picked up. Laid off top of the area. Bit of a takeover there from a teammate. Another good save there from the debutant Lars Helleren. We saw him go to his left in the first half to deny Jose Mulatto. That time he went down into his right to turn aside the Colombian. Free kick to North Texas. As we see this save from Lars Helleren in his professional debut. He loves to get it back to his left. Jose Mulatto, his preferred foot. And Lars Helleren made that a pretty routine save in the end. This is what the bench is so upset about. A throw-in was coming quickly. They deny it. And now the ball back in play. Colorado top of the West, getting every team's best effort and best performance. We saw it last week with Portland Timbers too, pulling out a convincing 2-0 win, and now North Texas looks very motivated against the Western Conference leaders. I've spoken with Eric Bushy multiple times over the last few weeks. Does not want complacency from his group. He wants them to finish strong, just like they did to get to the point to be #1 in the West. He said we still have a lot of improvement to do before the playoffs. Hanya slips it in for Cabral. Cabral is in behind the back line. Remy Cabral, smashing hit off the chest of Antonio Carrera. Carrera stayed big, and now Ali Larraz is tripped up right outside the penalty area. Smashing hit from Remy Cabral here. Carrera just moved to his right, took it off the torso. Best moment of the night for Remy Cabral. Now Larraz took it to the corner. It seemed like the free kick was given right on the edge of the penalty area. Larraz preparing for it. As Eric Boucher, the head coach, told me, Eric Boucher, known him going back to the U17s. Translating that technique and insight onto the field. Bending hit that time from Larraz off the mark. Coach Boucher says Larraz has shown greater strength this season. His speed of play has also progressively increased. And described Oliver Larraz as a human long. He can run and run and run. Good read that time from Lars Helleran off his line to clear. Good pressure there. Hanya helped with the pass. Larraz slips it back to Hanya. He has just pulled it wide. Give him a half window. He will take it. The slightest of opening for Hanya. And he did not miss by much. Whistling past the towel behind the goal of Antonio Carrera. These two know each other so well. Ali Larraz, the first pass intended for him. A half turn and a hit. Nearly a second of the night. Akar Perlaza, the 20-year-old Colombian, throws it in. He was the halftime substitute, replacing Herbert and Deli. Colorado has not lost back-to-back games all season. Their only real swoon was a 3-game winless run, which went loss, draw, loss from July onward. One of those losses was against Hoffenheim. Here's Remy Cabral, good settling touch. He has options to his right. Cabral on his right foot could not really test Antonio Carrera. Good throw out from the Mexican goalkeeper. North Texas pushes forward and then they slow it down. They've been really good at dictating the tempo of this one, slowing it down at times, forcing Colorado to chase a bit. I've waited for the more transitional moments to really push forward with pace. Content to really take the sting out of the game with this lead. Norris. Ooh, good turn, a hard crunching challenge from Amadou. He sees him coming, tries to spin out of it, and he's just taken down. That's Carl Sept. Foul by Dauda Amadou. And Amadou in the book. 16th start, 21st appearance on the season for the Cameroonian Dauda Amadou.
A yellow card finishes the Colorado Rapids to player number 45, Daoud Amadou, in the 55th minute.
Guerrero deciding to restart under some pressure. North Texas taking some risk now, and the clearance off the hand. Now the high pressing attacker for Colorado, Darren Yappy. This portion of the match is brought to you by Advocare Spark. Today, tomorrow, every day. They're at switching ball. Not too many shots in this game. 8 for the visitors, Colorado, only 5 for the home team, North Texas, but they really dictated the run of things, in my opinion. Both teams with 4 shots on goal. And all 5 shots have been quality for North Texas. All 5 shots have come from inside the box. Now Ali Laraz is fouled. Carl Sept will go in the book. Now the yellow cards are flying early in the second half. Good turn and change of pace from Ali Laraz. Coach Boucher, the head coach of Colorado, told me when Ali Laraz can play as an 8, that central midfield position, he give me the best of both worlds in terms of midfields. He's unselfish enough. Could play as a 6 at some point, defensive midfielder. Could be a 10 as well. And the 8 right now for Ali Laraz is best position. According to Coach Boucher, it's the best of the both worlds for him, his attacking qualities plus his defensive qualities. Now it's wide on this near side. Jackson Travis runs into trouble. North Texas with the throw-in. Good pressure here. He is in. High press leads to a tying goal. Darren Yappy. Turnovers in good spots have produced both Colorado Rapids goals tonight. The loanee from the first team, Darren Yappy, applying pressure on this throw-in. A huge mistake here from the goalkeeper off the shins of the center back, Santos. And from an offensive throw-in, North Texas concedes the tying goal. Great awareness from Darren Yappy to stay with the play for his third goal in as many appearances with Colorado Rapids too. Second tying goal of the night for Colorado, one in each half. That's a really tough goal for North Texas to give up. You have the ball in possession, you throw it backwards, and your goalkeeper plays it off the shins of a teammate into the path of Darren Yappy. From a team that's played so well tonight, so professional in all phases, that's a tough one to concede. Lars Helleran. Marlon Vargas. This is Colorado at its best. Just working the ball in and out up the left sideline. And Cabral takes a hard challenge there, back to his feet. Yappy, great strength. He's into the box, but can't get past three. Good momentum now on the Colorado sideline. Marlon Vargas was best 11 MLS Next Pro last year with Tacoma. Signed in the offseason with Colorado. Larraz inside for Vargas. Vargas, Larraz turning top of the box. Back to Vargas. Gorgeous build up. What a save! Antonio Carrera just stopped a potential goal this season for Colorado. Beautiful passing. Vargas with Larraz, a little 1-2 top of the box, and then Vargas forced this save. Carrera 10 saves last week at BC Place. That was his best save tonight. We talked about the shortage of shots for both teams. Well, they've come to life here around the hour mark. Just the second corner kick tonight for Colorado. Larraz takes. And a good clearance. Free kick is won before the smashing clearance from Henry Santos. North Texas free kick. Oh, now it's on a line-splitting pass. Yappy's fouled in midfield. A good build-up from Colorado. It came out of the back. Looked like Blake Malone starting that attack. But he caught a few North Texas defenders into the feet of Yappy, and a free kick was the end result. Oliver Larraz. Coach Boucher says he is one of the best players in MLS Next Pro. He expects that he can push on to the next level. Ali Laraz overhit that one. But the momentum sure seems like it has swung to Colorado. They were down 2-1. But they continued to pressure high up the field, and from a offensive throw-in for North Texas from around midfield, they went backwards with it. The goalkeeper off the back leg of his center back, Henry Santos. And opportunistically waiting for it was Darren Yappe. Really tough goal to concede, leading at home for North Texas. Training staff will come on. Do a look at Remy Cabral. There's when Remy Cabral just took some impact on the far side. And big challenge from Henry Santos. First conversation this year with Eric Boucher about this breakout season for Remy Cabral. His one-word answer was personality. Coach Boucher says Remy Cabral has personality in spades on and off the ball, a savvy player. His movements are some of the very best in MLS Next Pro, an excellent player. And confidence this season has been the difference for Remy Cabral. Here he is working up this sideline after receiving treatment. He's crossing central, and it's headed away by the halftime substitute, Yekar Perlaza. Amadou. Nice turn from Cabral, but he's recovered quite well. Santos. Crafty turn, crafty win back by Henry Santos. Or Texas not committing as numbers forward as in the first half. Here they are now. It's the number 10, Hope Abievu. First half goal scored, not as many touches for Abievu in the second half. Carrera off the mark with the switch. Again, the high pressure of Colorado now giving North Texas some issues. Abievu. Norris. Norris, another FC Dallas Academy product. Good win in midfield. It's on here, but miss hit that time from Marlon Vargas. Excellent win to start the attack from Michael Edwards. And beautiful direct play from substitute Marlon Vargas. Couple cuts and a hit, and just sliced on him. I asked Coach Boucher about the newcomer Marlon Vargas, who was MLS Next Pro Best 11 last year. And the Rapids continue to win it in midfield. Here is Ali Laraz, and it's headed wide by Yappy. I think North Texas taking way too much risk in the build-up phase, trying to play these soft balls through midfield, and Colorado is just feasting on them. Multiple turnovers in the last 5 or 10 minutes. Here's another one. And it led to a good chance for Laraz as he tried to slip that onto the forehead of Darren Yappy. They will continue to build, and they turn it over once again. Another cross. Headed away. Long distance hit is saved by Carrera. Dauda Amadou, we don't call his name too much. In the final third, he took that one from about 35 yards away. Colorado in total control right now. Here come North Texas. 3 versus 3. The run was hesitant for Mulatto. He was waiting for Yekar Perlaza to release the ball. Garcia goes down, just 16 years of age, previously with El Paso Locomotive. Free kick to North Texas, long run. Andre Costa, the 20-year-old Brazilian, earns the free kick. Double change now for John Gall, the interim head coach. Lataro. Taboada, the 19-year-old from Buenos Aires, will come on. And Nairobi Vargas will come in as well. Vargas comes on for Tomas Pondeka. While Taboada has replaced Diego Garcia. Taboada on for Garcia. All right, Roby Vargas on for Tomas Pondeka. Vargas is a 17-year-old from Honduras, out of the FC Dallas Academy. Tonight's match is brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. 2-2 our score. Good clearance. Simple clearance from Helleran. First half goals. Penalty, Hope Avayevu. And then Jose Mulatto. The second goal is 9th of the season. A brief equalizer for Yosuke Hanya, his 13th of the season. And a tying goal in the second half from Darren Yappy, his 3rd of the campaign on loan from the first team. All-time overlap with Costa. Andre Costa, his 21st start with North Texas this season. The game's opened up now for Colorado. 3 versus 3. Marlon Vargas off the bench, just past the near post. I love how direct he is with his play. A touch or two and then to goal. He knows what he wants. Marlon Vargas, 1 touch and hits. Not off the mark by much. Vargas 5 goals, 7 assists, and 20 appearances this season. Eric Boucher told me he's just being who he was last year. I asked about getting him to come from Tacoma Defiance. Coach Boucher said the door opened a little bit by a crack and we try our best to get him to Colorado. High expectations for him, high aspirations. Went down to Mexico with the first team for preseason. And Coach Boucher there with the preseason with the first team helped him see his player firsthand, help him to identify his flexibility. He can play as the number 10, as the number 8, also the number 7. Carrera, long switch. Clever turn, but a pretty hard tackle. Yellow card shown. Michael Edwards in the book. Pretty nifty turn there from Jose Mulatto. He came from his striker position into midfield for this turn.
A yellow card is punished to Colorado Rapids 2 player number 34, Michael Edwards, in the 75th minute.
Mulatto received some treatments. Before this game, my conversation with John Gall, he described a key to the game as managing the ball, something they have stressed, something they continue to work on at North Texas, being patient with the ball, having responsible players, trying to expose the areas where they don't want us to go. Gall originally joined North Texas SC as an assistant after taking over as head coach of the FC Dallas Academy U13s 6 years ago. His U13s won the Dallas Cup a few years later. He was promoted to head coach of the FC Dallas U19 team. Led the U19 to the MLS Next Cup semifinals. Gall, a native of Wales, had success at the high school level in North Texas before joining FC Dallas. 15 years with Marcus High School and its soccer team, winning back-to-back state titles. Marcus High School, Flower Mound, Texas, in the DFW area. Carl Saint-E. Throw into Colorado. Again, the first 2 meetings, both combined for 6 goals. 4-2 Colorado win the first time, a 3-3 draw the next meeting. Here we are, about 15 minutes remaining. 4 combined goals between these teams. Nairobi Vargas, the Honduran, lost it there. Free kick to Colorado. Vargas, 17-year-old product of the FC Dallas Academy. Now, Dallas does a good job cultivating the best talent in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but they also bring in a lot of players from outside of Dallas into their academy. Ricardo Pepe comes to mind. Younger brother Diego, who's on the bench tonight, also from El Paso. They have academy players from El Paso, New York City, Honduras, Miami, among other places. Very foul-filled second half. Latest committed by Nolan Norris, another FC Dallas Academy product from Salina, Texas. He's 18. It's his 12th start of the season tonight. Laraz standing over this. Rapids now with 33 final third entries and 18 touches in the opposition box. Foul called on Colorado before that header from Yappi. Seemed like Michael Edwards was the guilty party for Colorado. But the press for Colorado has worked. You look at the stat, possessions won in the final third. 10 for Colorado, 2 for FC Dallas. Telling stat, Colorado's won the ball in the final third 10 times tonight. Ooh, two teammates collide there, but they're okay. Sebastian Anderson and Michael Edwards there as the ball nearly slipped through into the path of Hope Avayevu. 2-2 at Choctaw Stadium. Perlaza to the back post. The header across the face of goal and headed clear. Good work from Blake Malone. Amadou. Ali Laraz. Back to the Brazilian, Henry Santos. Good switch of feel from the Brazilian. But the first touch just off the mark from Hope Avayevu. The flag is down for now, but now it's up. Remy Cabral kind of knew it. You could tell by his body language and how quick he was going to goal that he knew he was off. Today's match is brought to you by UMB Bank. UMB Bank, focused on you, focused on your goals. Matt Peterson with you. 82 minutes gone from Choctaw Stadium. North Texas has had 2 leads in this one. Colorado has found 2 tying goals. You can see by the Brazilians why they're atop the Western Conference. Jose Mulatto has scored tonight, his 9th on the season. Laraz making it difficult for him. Here's the Colombian now towards the corner. Hard challenge there. Yekar Perlaza against Laraz. Ahmet Korcha all the way back to Antonio Carrera. Carrera 10 saves last week as North Texas beat Vancouver Whitecaps 1-0 at BC Place. Thrown to North Texas. Myers, 19 years of age. He has a first-team contract. Tonight's his 33rd appearance with North Texas. Been with FC Dallas for a long time. Joined the academy as a 10-year-old 9 years ago. Some big success at the academy level. Won the Copa Rayado Silver Bracket in 2017 and 18. Runner-up at Dallas Cup in 2017. And was named the Wanda Cup Best Goalkeeper in 2018. Other scores across MLS Next Pro tonight. Sporting Kansas City leading LA Galaxy 3-0. San Jose leads Minnesota United 2-1. Hydration for both sides. And double checking on Carl Saint-T, the Haitian national team central midfielder, making sure he goes through the concussion protocol. Some high-scoring games across MLS Next Pro today. The afternoon game. Gibran Rayo, a first-half hat trick for Columbus Crew 2. They beat Inter Miami in Fort Lauderdale 5-0 today. New York City, another goal from MD Myers. They beat Philadelphia Union 2-0. St. Louis went to Aviva Stadium in Houston and beat Houston Dynamo 3-1. Crown Legacy continues to score a 6-3 win at Orlando City to stay atop the Eastern Conference. Jack Lynn, 2 more goals in that one. He has 17. MD Myers also has 17 atop the Golden Boot race. Another change here for John Gall. It's Dylan Lacey, the 18-year-old who grew up in New York and moved to North Texas for the FC Dallas Academy. He comes on to replace an FC Dallas Academy product in Nolan Norris. Lacey on for North Texas. Second appearance for Lacey. 11 minutes all season with North Texas. Got his MLS Next Pro contract in the middle of July. His 3rd month as a pro for Dylan Lacey, the 18-year-old. Nice slip pass, crossing, and it's over the bar. Taboada, second half substitute, very close. Of a really good driven cross from Jose Mulatto. Lautaro Taboada, the 19-year-old from Buenos Aires. Another recent acquisition. He signed July 26th. Tonight's his 4th appearance. That would have been his first goal with North Texas. Good work out of pressure. Perlaza. Good action there from Dylan Lacey. Nairobi Vargas, the Honduran. Needs to recognize he's going 1 versus 3 there and might need to pull it out and back to Dylan Lacey. As part of a learning curve for Nairobi Vargas, the 17-year-old Honduran. Free kick now. Needless foul from Yekar Perlaza. He's in the book. As he just knocked over Blake Malone. Approaching second half stoppage time from Choctaw Stadium. Laraz lost out to Perlaza there. A minimum of 7 minutes will be added on here at the end of the second half. So a lot of time for both teams to win this in regulation. If not, we go to a penalty shootout. Long Florin headed backward. And good work to keep it in play on the debut of Lars Helleran. But he did not keep it in play. It's a corner kick coming. Now Blake Malone headed it backward, expecting his goalkeeper to get there. He tried his best, but it had crossed the end line. Corner kick for North Texas. First corner kick of the night, and it comes in second half stoppage time for North Texas SC. Headed clear. Top of the box, no one stepping. And now the step comes from Amadou. And now a potential break here with Marlon Vargas and Colorado Rapids into the path. Remy Cabral in alone. Cabral to win it for Colorado. World-class counter-attacking goal. From defending a corner kick to the ball in the back of the opposite net in a matter of seconds. Down twice in this game, the Western Conference leaders have a lead in second half stoppage time. 13th goal of the season for Remy Cabral. It all started there, a hard challenge down to Amadou. And as it came through, a slip and a possible injury for Carl St. T. Once he went down, it was very difficult for Antonio Carrera. Cabral matches Yosuke Hanya with his 13th of the season. And great team camaraderie for Colorado as they have a 3-2 lead. Carl St. T is still down where he went down, sprinting back to try and chase down Remy Cabral. Red card has been issued to an assistant coach for North Texas. Diego Pepe, the 18-year-old younger brother of Ricardo Pepe, a product of the FC Dallas Academy, will come on.
We have a substitution for North Texas SC occurring in the 90th minute. Entering the match is number 16, Diego Pepe.
We're expecting a total of 5 minutes of stoppage time from this point. So think about 90 plus 10, maybe 90 plus 11. Due to that injury, plus 7 should really be closer to 10 or 11 from what we're hearing from the fourth official. And Diego Pepe has 1 goal in 10 appearances, a total of 131 minutes before tonight. And now it's on again for Vargas, but slightly too long, and it's cleared by Carrera. Delivery from the left. Nice palm away from Lars Helleran. He had to fly to get there, but the danger isn't cleared. And it's slightly off the mark. Bouncing effort into the path of Hope Avayevu, and he could not keep it down. As we see this chance, really good goalkeeping here. He went out a long way. If it doesn't get there, Nairobi Vargas has a chance at that. And then a flat-footed hit that time from Hope Avayevu. Steve Flores comes on, the 18-year-old Rapids Academy product, will replace the goal scorer, Yosuke Hanya. Now, the 2 of the veterans, Yosuke Hanya, Remy Cabral, each providing their 13th goal of the season. And they join the first-team player, Darren Yappi, on the score sheet. Excellent pressure there from Remy Cabral as Carrera gets it away just in time. Amadou knew he could not allow a counterattack. Professional foul there from Dauda Amadou. And there's a free kick to Colorado. Pushing and shoving between these two teams. Been a physical game, especially the second half. That's 15 fouls for each team. And a dominant second half for Colorado. They have outshot North Texas 11-3 since halftime. 6 shots on target for the visitors since the break. Now making the most of their possession. Now it's on Remy Cabral past the far post. Good turn and hit from the Frenchman, Remy Cabral. These Colorado players don't need much time. Once they have a bit of space, they usually go for goal. Flicked header towards the corner. North Texas has owned the possession since halftime, 64% for North Texas. But Colorado has more passes in the final third, 47-30 since halftime. Daniel Garcia, 19-year-old Rapids Academy product, turned 19 last month, has come on for Marlon Vargas. Missed clearance on the first time. Second effort there for Michael Edwards. Here comes that change for Colorado. Rapids Academy product Daniel Garcia on for his 17th appearance, replacing Marlon Vargas. Top of the area, flicked on, alive, and not cleared yet. And the shot is wide. Full time at Choctaw Stadium. The last effort was for Diego Pepe in a disappointing home defeat for North Texas. 2 leads against the Western Conference leaders. But these Rapids are resilient. They pull out their 16th win of the season. And they do it with some of their big names. Yosuke Hanya, goal number 13 on the season. Remy Cabral, number 13 on the season. And first team loanee Darren Yappy with his 3rd in as many appearances. Tonight's man of the match is presented by Adidas, and it is Remy Cabral. This was the break. Dauda Amadou won the ball initially. Marlon Vargas led the break. 4 versus 3 off the corner kick. And once Saint-T went down, it was easy sledding for Remy Cabral. The Paris-born forward now has 13 goals in 17 appearances this season. 13 for Cabral, 13 for Hanya, and another win and 3 points as Colorado Rapids inch ever so close to clinching the #1 seed in the Western Conference. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Matt Peterson. Once again, our final score from Arlington: Colorado Rapids 3, North Texas SC 2. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLS Season Pass on Apple TV and MLSNextPro.com. Good night.
This copyrighted broadcast of MLS Next Pro may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcasted without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.